How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another show. This is You Made Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today, I got one of my partners in crime with me. I got my man Sale in the building. Sale, how you doing, my dude?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain.
It look like you good. What is that you drinking on, bro?
Got passion fruit, Ciroc, and some mango juice.
See, I know you ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
I know you ready, but me and Sale today we gonna take a look at a video by George Carlin. This particular bit is called "Why We Aren't Ready for Extraterrestrial Intelligence." This ought to be interesting, but before we get into it, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel and also make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be reminded of any time any future shows are being published. Also, make sure that you go over to George page and any of the artists that I react to. I would like for you to go over to their pages and make sure that you do the same exact thing. Hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. We do want to support our artists even though George isn't here anymore. Somebody's running that page, so you know we want to support whoever's holding it down for George. But we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. I hope y'all ready because we are. So let's go ahead and see what George has to say about this particular subject.
Now, just to change the subject a little bit, do you realize that right this second, right now, somewhere around the world, some guy is getting ready to kill himself? Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Did you ever stop and think about that kind of shit? I do. It's fun, and it's interesting, and it's true. Right this second, some guy is getting ready to bite the big bazooka. Because statistics show that every year 1 million people commit suicide. 1 million. That's 2,800 a day. That's one every 30 seconds.
George, he tends to venture off into uncomfortable territories sometimes. um, this going in a crazy direction, and I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Anything you want to throw out there, Sale, before we?
That's another reason why I love him. R.I.P. Man, no filter, and I just love how he just goes left
Yeah,
quick. I love it.
yeah.
I love it. I love his type of comedy. It's fun.
I think he's the embodiment of going left. I think if anybody's gonna go left, it's gonna be this brother. But
Mm-hmm.
let's keep this going.
There goes another guy. I think about stuff like that. It's interesting to me. Like I said, certain things are interesting. Suicide's interesting. Life is filled with interesting things. That's why I could never commit suicide. I'm having too much fun keeping an eye on you folks, watching what you're doing. Human behavior. That's what I like. Humans do some really interesting things. Like, besides killing ourselves, we also kill each other. Murder. And we're the only ones who do that, by the way. We're the only species on Earth that deliberately kills members of our own species for personal gain. Or pleasure. Sometimes it's just fun. We're also the...
I don't know about that. I don't know if, and I'm not in the mind of an animal, even though we are considered animals. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Have you ever seen an animal kill for just shits and
Another
giggles?
animal of his own, just cause. Not unless they were hungry, it was a dire situation. Outside of that, I never seen a lion beat up another lion, unless hunger or messing with their cubs. I don't know. He might have a point. I don't know. I have.
Well, and you might be right. I just never even considered it because that's just something you don't think about. You
uh,
know,
now I'm not saying there's animals out there, creatures out there that don't, but I never seen them.
yeah, man. I guess I haven't either. We'll keep this going. It was just something I don't know.
Sometimes it's just fun. We're also the only species that deliberately kills members of another species for personal gain. or pleasure. That's what hunters do. They kill for pleasure. That's us. Human beings, interesting folks, murderers. Here's an interesting form of murder we come up with. Assassination. You know what's interesting about assassination? Well, not only does it change those popularity polls in a big fucking hurry, but it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. Do you ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who it is we kill. It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking...
Funny how that works. Funny how that works. I've always said that. If you're a person with a voice trying to bring folks together or something like that, you kiss your life goodbye. Weird how that works. I'm gonna push that back. Here we go.
And they all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head. Apparently, we're not ready for that. We got to be the most interesting critters on the planet. And then we wonder why a UFO doesn't just land and say hello. Now, in case you're wondering why I have a certain interest in fascination, let's call it, with torture and beheadings and all of these things I've mentioned, it's because each of these items reminds me in life, every time one of them occurs, it reminds me over and over again what beasts we human beings really are. You know, when you get right down to it, human beings are nothing more than ordinary jungle beasts, savages, no different from the Cro-Magnon people who lived 25,000 years ago in the Pleistocene forest eating grubs off of rotten logs. No different. Our DNA hasn't changed substantially in 100,000 years. We're still operating out of the lower brain, the reptilian brain, fight or flight, kill or be killed. Now, we like to think we've evolved and advanced because we can build a computer, fly an airplane, travel underwater. We can write a sonnet, paint a painting, compose an opera. But you know something? We're barely out of the jungle on this planet. Barely out of the fucking jungle. What we are is semi-civilized beasts with baseball caps and automatic weapons. In case you haven't heard, the latest disaster for the rest of the universe is that the United States is going to go to Mars, okay? Oh, yeah. We're going to go to Mars. And then, of course, we're going to colonize deep space with our microwave hot dogs and plastic vomit, fake dog shit and cinnamon dental floss and lemon-scented toilet paper and sneakers with lights in the heels. And all these other impressive things we've done down here. But let me ask...
I'm gonna stop it because we almost at the end. I'm gonna push it back just a little bit.
Okay.
But he has some interesting ways to put some things, man. I really miss this dude. I really miss George, man.
Oh yeah.
We just don't get enough guys with the perspective that this guy has. Anything you want to throw out there before we conclude this thing?
Uh, I don't know. There's a lot of gems that he dropped, man. You got to really just pay attention. I think that's another reason why I like him is that he uses comedy to really get a very serious message out there to really make you think.
Mm-hmm.
Like to take that and just really make you think. He's what I call your thinking person comedian. Because he's definitely going to make you think about stuff you really haven't thought about. So I'm with him. I'm with him with the whole aliens not coming here because my whole theory is that I don't think we was actually from here. I think we was from somewhere else, and I guess that civilization or species got tired of us and our retardedness, so they just dropped us off here. So they're out there somewhere just watching us, getting a kick out of it. It's like their daytime soap opera or their real life show, and they just sitting here just watching the shit show, just watching what we're doing down here and getting a kick out of it. I'm gonna stay by that to the day I die, but I low key think that because there's no way in hell, man.
No, dude, that sounds way too feasible for me.
Like they just dropped us off, dropped one male and one female off, and said, "Here, do what you do. We're tired of y'all shit. Go here. They're just watching. And they're just watching. I really in my soul believe that nobody's gonna change my opinion about that. I
No,
swear.
and we not here for that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I fuck with you, bro. Because and I love my brothers, man. Because they, the perspectives that we tend to have sometimes, man, is I guess it's why we would attract to somebody like George. It's why I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this bit out, and then we can say whatever we got to say afterwards. But I like that. I like that perspective, though.
Of course, we're going to colonize deep space with our microwave hot dogs and plastic vomit, fake dog shit and cinnamon dental floss and lemon-scented toilet paper and sneakers with lights in the heels. And all these other impressive things we've done down here. But let me ask you this. What are we going to tell the Intergalactic Council of Ministers the first time one of our teenage mothers throws her newborn baby into a dumpster, huh? How are we going to explain that to the space people? How are we going to let them know that our ambassador was only late for the meeting because his breakfast was cold and he had to spend half an hour punching his wife around the kitchen? Now, what are they going to think when they find out it's just a local custom that over 80 million women in the third world have had their clitorises forcibly removed in order to reduce their sexual pleasure so they won't cheat on their husbands? Can't you just sense how eager the rest of the universe is for us to show up? Can't you see them out there?
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Oh, that, ladies and gentlemen, was just a snippet from that comedy show. Again, this was why we aren't ready for extraterrestrial intelligence by George Carlin, and whew, he hit on some points right there, brother. Sale, anything you wanna throw out there?
Where do I really want to start? Uh, mm, hmm.
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, like for me, again, he hit on so much. That last little part he said, where he named a couple of examples there on why ETs wouldn't want to touch down with us, but I think that's true. I mean, I think the point that he's trying to make at the end of the day is that we're really messed up down here as a people, and it's for as intelligent as we think we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really crazy to think of like some of these situations that we happen to be in, because as the higher evolved species that we think we are, you think we'd be able to deal with some of these issues in better ways.
Mm-hmm.
But for some odd reason we find ourselves in that shit show that you was talking about. you know but you can go ahead and interject.
What I think what I got out of this, and I haven't read the comments, or I guess I'm thinking ahead of the potential comments that might come for this if folks decide to comment,
Right.
is the whole little section of how humans killing each other and no other species is doing that on the planet. While I was sitting there, after I heard that, my gears just started turning.
Mhm.
And I'm not, what I came up with is that I don't think he's saying that humans are the only species that do this, because killing happens in nature. That's just that's just what it is. But they do it in a more natural form compared to us, where we do it more horrendously and just downright just evil. Like, there's like evil ways that us humans, stoop to. So I don't think there's no comparison between nature killing and then our version of killing. It's
Mhm.
two separate things. And while one is more organic as far as animals in nature, us on the other hand is more sadistic, more, what's the word I want to use? More degraded. It's the best way to put that.
Yeah.
So I think that's gotta try to understand that pendulum and separate the two. Because killing is killing no matter what its nature. That's just folks, animals gotta eat. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But our method of killing is not organic at all. It's like you said, some folks get a kick out of it. Some folks just feel you're doing better than them, so need to take you out of your spot to keep this chaos train rolling. So
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I think it's sad, and you said it. You know, we come up with the most sadistic ways
mm-hmm.
to off somebody when it could be as simple as if somebody has done something so egregious that you feel like they don't need to be here anymore. There's more humane ways to do this
Mm-hmm.
than the ways that we come up with. I mean, I think about like the the firing squad thing would seem like a humane thing, I suppose. You
I
know,
would I would think so, because depending on how many's on the firing squad, there's only one rifle or one pistol or one weapon that has a bullet in it. All the rest of them are blank.
right?
So I could see that. I mean, I would think so. If I had a choice and if I was on death row, I think I would do the firing squad more than anything, but that's just me. Hanging? Nah. Too many
Yeah,
what if situations with that.
yeah,
Gas chamber takes too long. Lethal injection takes too long. One bullet to the heart. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even the electric chair. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
like, dude, you gonna sit here and fry me?
No,
Yeah,
no.
no. So yeah, no, I think he gave some very poignant reasons for why any intelligent life that don't exist on the planet already, why they would have an issue with coming down here. I totally
Mm-hmm.
get that. Totally mess with that idea. So yeah, no, I guess it is what it is. He, like you said, man, he's great, and I think that could be said for like most any comic because like me, I've always viewed them as the more observant humans on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they see things from an angle that most people probably ain't, and so I definitely could vibe with just how their perspectives and all that because they know what they talking about, and to be a comedian you have to be able to dissect on like the smallest levels, you know what I mean, like all these different pockets that you have to be able to see that regular people just ain't. So um yeah, no, this was good stuff, man. We gotta get it in with George a little more often, man.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely have to do that. Me and Sal, we I guess we can end this conversation. I don't want to keep this going forever, but before we get up out of here, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named Comedy Reactions. I do have a playlist that's slowly building, that's building up. The more we go past, we got more than a few like comedy reactions from different comics. So make sure you check out that playlist. I do have playlists for other things, mostly music related, but a couple of things that aren't music related. So just make sure you check through that playlist. There should be, and I'm almost guaranteeing that there's something for everybody in there. So check that stuff out. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe, and that's for those people who like to show their support or appreciation for the work being done on the page by me and my guys. Any donations are welcome, of course, and I guess that's pretty much that. That's pretty much that. Sale, anything you want to add before we dip up out of here?
Pretty much, my man Roscoe pretty much laid out everything that needs to be said. All I'm gonna add is even if you don't donate, we are grateful just with the likes and shares more than anything and subscribing because that means the most more than any donation, any money, man.
Word.
Like I said, he's putting in the work, trying to get them up there with all all the other folks trying to get this man. At least we want to see. At least want to see 50,000, man. That's
Yeah,
the start. That's the start. At least get there, then work our way up with what we're doing.
yeah. No,
On
I think
top of
that's a
that,
good number.
oh, go ahead.
No, I just was saying that's a good number to throw out 50,000. I like that number.
And then on the top of that, man, you around your friends, family members. Don't be afraid to have these type of discussions, man. Make you think. Some folks may think it's weird and think you tripping, but if you get down underneath the layers of it, man, it's some real deep shit to have conversations about. A lot of folks don't do that or don't think about it. But I love them kind of questions, them kind of situations that make you sit back and think, especially if it hasn't been something you haven't really thought about.
Yeah,
So, it opens up that other part of your brain to make you, okay, you know, keeps your gears turning. So
yeah.
definitely don't be afraid of these what ifs or what do you think or, the conversation might be funny depending on how you're thinking.
I,
So
I,
definitely
I
have it.
the siren just passed, so you actually have a drink to be able to do this. But we have to take imagine. I'm taking an imaginary shot. He taking a real one. But every time the sirens pass, that's a thing. But yeah. Sale said that was good stuff, Sale. And people don't. I remember like me and some of the guys. We used to have like dinner parties where we'll show this kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and just to open up dialogue at the party. That was the whole point of it. So yeah, like
Yeah.
Sale said. No,
Yeah,
go
it's
ahead.
nothing too serious. It could turn out to be a funny conversation. You never know until you try. And it gives you a different perspective of how folks think because everybody's going to think differently. Everybody's going to see things from a different way. But at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, I see how you're thinking. I see how you're thinking. Not saying your thinking is off. You may find some similarities. You may find some things that are not. But overall, it's a good icebreaker. It's a good, conversation. If you can't find anything else to think about, one of them, as I put it, one of them high questions that you sit there high as hell and shit come to you, just think like, well, like the whole love seat thing, like, why am I on the love seat if I'm not in love? Why they call it a love seat if I'm not in love kind of conversations and shit makes you think. It may be retarded as shit,
Yeah.
but it makes you think, why? Who decided to call this a love seat? Like, what make like, stuff like that, man? It's whatever.
And,
I do it all
and
the time.
And for whatever reason, love seats aren't that big either. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times, depending on the size, the girth of the person, man. Like I mean, how much love is gonna be had on these little?
Exactly. Like, how much love am I supposed to give? Just enough that fits this size of this couch, or like you can take it a whole bunch. You can take it way left field, but hey.
Yeah. See, we opened it up a whole nother dialogue, man. We as hell, we gonna get up out of here, man. We again, we love that y'all are here joining in with us, man, and having fun with us, enjoying the content, and we look forward to seeing y'all again very, very soon, or y'all seeing us, and that's as simple as clicking onto the next video with our faces in it. So until that time comes, you guys be safe and be good.